Hello everyone, I'm Matthew Wilson, SamuraiHex, and welcome back to another episode of the Derby County beta save. It's not the beta anymore, but hey, still calling the beta save because I do it every beta and it kind of ends once beta ends. Kind of not doing it like that this time. I'm trying to win the Champions League with Derby. But yeah, this episode is literally the entirety of Season 2 in a condensed format. So if you like this sort of thing, please like the video, and if you're new and you want to help support the channel, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell as well for mobile notifications so you never miss an upload. But anyway, we've got a load to go on because it's a whole season condensed into one episode. So we're here after the 6-0 defeat in the FA Cup final here for League One Derby County. We of course won the league by a comfortable margin, 9 points in the end. The teams going up with us were, of course, Derby, Portsmouth and Wigan. Teams going down, Northampton, Port Vale, Stevenage and Carlisle. Now, in terms of, I think we've had these things happen, is that facilities have been downgraded. And yeah, I think we've got season review, there we go, as it just comes out. Great. Normally press and select doesn't do that. Technical difficulties, but yeah, new arrivals. The new arrivals. So the star signing was probably Alexandro Souza. Who came in, played 25 games, scored 11 goals. Not that bad. We also signed Matis Padilla, another Argentinian. And I've got all the loanees. In terms of the players that I signed, Lingard's an A+. Ryan Bertrand's an A+, Alexandra Souza's an A+, and Matthias Padilla's a C, just to say. So yeah, quite good on the transfers. In terms of the sales, James Collins is a D, Craig Forsyth is a C+. Loans out, I'm not really bothered looking at that. But yeah, the A+ because we won League One. The A, because we got to the final of the FA Cup, that I would assume that should be S tier. The League One side Derby County to get to the final of the FA Cup, even if we did lose 6-0, we of course beat Liverpool, we beat Tottenham. Crazy. There's a C on the Carabao Cup because we were knocked out in the first round by Preston. And it's a C+ for winning the EFL trophy, which was a given really with the side we had, and I really wanted to win it because in real life I want Derby to win it until of course to get promoted to the Championship, which I'm hoping is not that far away. As I'll click that again, and I am stupid, I am sorry. But yeah, the moments to remember, we got an EFL trophy victory, which is the biggest win against Harrogate. Match to remember was a 2-0 victory against Reading, and the goal of the season was apparently Ward's goal in a 4-1 victory against Exeter. In terms of the finances, we've got approved on our rep by half a star from 2.5 to 3 star. That typically happens when you get promoted from League One into the Championship. In terms of sponsorship, we got 8 million in. Broadcast revenue was 500,000. Corporate and hospitality was 2 million. Competition prize money was 3.5 million, and match day and commercial retail stuff was 1.56. We sold 1.3.1 million of merchandise, with 131,000 coming from non-domestic sales. 14,000 shirts sold. Lingard, Sibley, Mendes Lang, Bertrand, and Waghorn on the biggest sales. And yeah, our season lineup is Souza in striker, Waghorn on the left hand side, Sibley in the middle, Embleton on the right, Thorne Bird on the DMs, Thompson on the left, Rooney on the right, Nelson and Ketchen as the centre backs, and Wildsmith as the goalkeeper. In terms of awards, I won Manager of the Month in November and September, and Manager of the Season, which is good to see. No one's won competition awards from the players. Fans Player of the Season was Louis Sibley, and Young Player of the Season was also Louis Sibley with 7.1 average rating. Signing the season of obviously Alexander Souza, which we've gone over before. Goal of the season was Joe Ward. Top goal scorer was Louis Sibley. Most assists, Max Bird. Most player of the match awards, Louis Sibley with 5. Highest average rating, Lewis Sub was 7.1. Most passes completed per 9 minutes, Curtis Nelson was 61. Most assists by a player in the season was Max Bird by 12. Most player of the matches awards in the season was Embleton with 5, and most discipline was Liam Thompson with 19 yellow cards and 1 red. That is quite bad. That is really bad. But yeah, they're the record breakers. It's really impressive for Derby, and yep. And basically that's all that. So I'll skip ahead. Got transfers to do and all that stuff. I promised the players that we'll do our best with the same team. So we haven't got anything we've got promises in terms of the thing is to sell Connor Washington, which I hope to God we can do, because he's not good enough for the Championship like at all. Where we're going, which is hopefully the Premier League, we just do not need players like him. So yeah, skip ahead, see what happens. We are in the 3rd of July 2024, and transfers that have happened so far. A lot of the players who are on the fringes of the squad have been loaned out, such as Justin Gale, who is an upcoming youngster come quite good. They've all been loaned out, including Amari Benjamin, who joined us at the start of the season, at the start of the transfer window from Arsenal, because he was released. In terms of the signings, of course, we've got all the ones that have joined from that sort of stuff. So Yusuf Akamirch is the first one. He's 1.5 star current ability, 3.5 star potential, could come good. Sub Ferdinand, 1.5 star potential, 3.5 star potential, 1.5 star ability, 2.5 star potential. I always say the same thing, I'm getting mixed up. Is he Rio Ferdinand's son? I don't know. I read somewhere that he might be that he has a son that plays football. I don't know, it doesn't say it on his thing, but then Rio Ferdinand's not exactly a coach. And he's probably been removed from the game, so yeah. Jack Morehouse has come in as 1.5 star ability, 3 star potential ability. For Man U, Amari Benjamin, who I've already gone over. Michael Rojak, 1.5 star current ability, 4.5 star potential ability. Maldini Kokori, 1.5 star current ability, 4.5 star potential. Housen Dudjak, 1.5 star current ability, 2.5 star potential. Louis Brown, 1.5 star current ability, 2.5 star potential ability. Osman Kamal, 1.5 star ability, 2.5 star potential. And 2 signings that have joined us as our kind of our replacements for the loanees that have left. Basically Embleton and all that stuff, because to be honest we can't afford him at all. Which is unfortunate, because I'd like to afford him, but we just can't realistically afford him. Which is sad, but yeah, the people there to replace him. We've got Amari Kellyman, who comes in as our probably not main player, this is probably backup striker, because I also want to go in for another striker, and he can play left and right wing, but he's mostly going to be the backup for Louis Sibley on the MC slot. And Jay Stansfield is probably going to be not going to be a striker, but probably going to be the right winger. He comes in from Fulham on loan, where last year he played 36 times for Birmingham, got 13 goals, so he's not a bad player. And Mario Kellerman, Derby fans might know him because he was actually at Derby. And then when we had all the financial difficulty, Aston Villa bought for 1.6 million. So now he played 14 times for, well, not for 1.6 million, I think it was 1.1, but he's played 10 times for Aston Villa last year, 14 in fact. All off the bench, so he's played quite a lot of times in the Premier League. And yeah, he come back to Derby to be on loan. Other things that have happened with when more players out and more people that have joined. Sam Byram has joined us as a fringe player, last of Leeds. He's a backup right back, left back and centre back. Daniel Udo from Shrewsbury. He's coming in on a free transfer as well as a squad player. He'll be our backup striker or backup striker. Chris Balcock, who will be probably an important player for us. He comes in from QPR on free. Saman Godos, and also big player that probably be not an important player, but maybe a squad player or a regular starter from time to time. He comes in from Brentford as an important player. Patrick Berner, the Martinique international. He comes in as an important player as the right back, right winger, and could also be trained to be left winger and left back. So hopefully he'll be a versatile player. And the player I'm looking most excited for, Pelly Rudick-Mapanzi, who's going to take over from Horahan and Forner and become the other DM alongside Max Bird. He played a load of times for Luton, and for some reason they let him go, even though they were relegated in the season. So I don't know why they let him go when he could do a decent job in the Championship, but we've immediately found him, immediately picked him up, and hopefully he will be a very important player for our aim for mid-table next season. Other things that have happened, everyone was happy with me. Lewis Sibley's unhappy because he's not a regular starter anymore. He's a squad player at best. Aaron Cashin's unhappy because he's not an important player. He's a regular starter at best. Connor Washington wants to leave because of better playing time. Sonny Bradley wants to leave because of the interest owner name. In terms of other players we're trying to sign Dubinese, who is an ex-Derby County player. It popped up on my feed that the 20% sell-on clause was voided because he was released by Norwich. It was him and someone else who also was released by another team. He was ex-Derby. I put him on trial. Odieze looked a decent one, so he could be joining us as just a fringe player for a youngster in the youth team. Could get good, might not get good, that sort of thing. In terms of everything else, Sonny Bradley might be leaving. We've got £210,000 transfers from Portsmouth and Wickham to sign him. Hopefully he will leave. And yeah, everything else is just typical stuff. So we'll skip ahead to what happens. Now it's actually the 3rd of September. I forgot to do a save point before the first game of the season. Unfortunate, I know, but just saved out the 3rd of September once the summer windows ended. First thing to show is Chris Wilcock is already upset because I criticised the team in a defeat against West Brom. Yeah, I just always criticise them when we lose, and for some reason nowadays when you criticise them in this game you always get unhappy. I think it's a bug. I don't know if it needs tweaking to make it less happening, but whenever you criticise them in a post-match press conference, you always get someone upset with you, and I just don't like that. But yeah, he's upset, and because of that he's hard to play now, even though he started quite amazingly. But the thing is with me, I don't play unhappy players until they sort the stuff out. I very nearly swore that. You might want to tell what I was going to say. But yeah, transfers. Sonny Bradley eventually left Portsmouth. He hardly played for us. He's already surplus to requirements at Portsmouth, and he's already listed at Portsmouth. He's not even registered. They wanted to sign him for £400,000. That's a bit ambitious, seeing as you signed him for 210k. That is cheeky, Portsmouth. Yeah, he's joined Portsmouth, and by the looks of it, it's never going to get a game time at all for them. I also forgot they were in the Championship, so I don't know why they even signed him. That's stupid of them, considering he hardly played for us all season, like in League One. But yeah, after Mapanzi joined, Eze did actually join. We signed him and all that stuff. Joshua Duffus also joined, the youngster. 3.5-star current ability, potential ability. We also signed Jamal Lascelles. Now, I know he's an ex-Forest player, like Lingard was, but if you look at his things, he was born in Derby, so he knows the local area. Even if he isn't a fan of Derby, and he came up through the Forest Academy. So yeah, he's joined as our main centre back, probably taking over from Curtis Nelson. Joel Ward has joined as probably our switch regular starter centre back, right back with Nyambe. Ollie McBurney is joined as our main striker. Albie Armin's joined as just a youngster that the head of the youth tournament signed. Luke Mbete joined as a loanee alongside Curtis Smith. Will Squires, he's joined as just a youngster. Christy Montgomery, just another youngster who could come good. I'll show you him later. Joe Duffy also joined, just a youngster again, and Jaden Dooms, or Dans, has also joined us. But the player that I found that is quite interesting, I was looking for cheap deals for youngsters, people 18 or younger, so they'll become homegrown. Addison came up. He's a Brazilian, and it said work permit likely to get. So I put in an offer against America Mineiro in the top tier of Brazil, and we signed him for £150,000. I think it rises to 160. Yes, it does. So he has joined us, and hopefully he'll turn out be quite an amazing player. Now, we haven't been able to loan him out immediately because he ended up being injured when he joined. Hopefully he passed the medical so we could sign it. But yeah, it looks like he won't get a club on loan this half of the season, but hopefully in January, if he's not playing that much, we can loan him out, and hopefully he'll get a side to go to and play well and get better and get into the first team at Derby eventually. But 18 is one looking for the future, and I'm really excited to sign my first Brazilian of FM24. In terms of results, we're actually unbeaten in every game in the pre-season. The only bad result you could say was the 0-0 draw against Fulham, which isn't a bad result considering that they're a Premier League side still. But our first game of the season was a home game against Bristol City, which we won. And then once again got knocked out in the first round of the FA Cup like last season, this time against Middlesbrough at home. Really unhappy with that, really. We drew against Blackburn, won 3-0 against Portsmouth, lost 2-1 against Stoke, lost 2-1 against West Brom, which is where Wilcock got unhappy because we were the better side, and then we just had two stupid mistakes that cost the win. And so I criticised them, and Joe Wilcock's unhappy. And we also somehow thrashed Burnley 4-1. Yeah, so that's surprising. In terms of the league, we're currently 6th. I expect us to fall off a tiny bit and probably be round about like here. But yeah, good start for the season. A very good start for the season. Right, we've skipped all the way to the 30th of October now. Chris Wilcock, still unhappy. And he's hardly been played since he got unhappy. He's only played twice since. But in terms of the results, it is going well once again. We beat Sheffield United, who them and Burnley having a really poor start to the season, near the bottom. Quite crazy, really. But we beat them 3-0. We then played Hull and won 1-0. Played Birmingham, unfortunately drew that 1-1, and we drew 0-0 against Cardiff the game after. Then played Huddersfield though and beat them 2-1. And then we went away from home to Swansea and beat them 3-1, even with Lewis Sibley getting sent off. We then unfortunately lost 3-1 to Luton, who were having a good season, and drew 2-2 against Middlesbrough. That takes us to 5th in the league. Luton and Leeds are the top 2 teams, and they look like they're going to maybe start peeling away from the other teams. But yeah, Sheffield United not having a good season so far. I think Burnley have sacked their manager. Actually, they haven't. But yeah, it's going good for us. It's going very, very, very good for us. I was expecting top half this season, which was probably a big ask for the team. Even now, we're expected to finish 14th. Even at the start of the season, it was actually 17th or 18th. So it's gone up from 17th or 18th to 14th because of the season we're having. It'll probably go up further and further if we keep winning, because that's how it goes this year. I noticed in FM, kind of bases it off form as well as reputation and team. So yeah. Anyway, let's skip ahead to what happens probably at the end of December. Everybody's unhappy. So yeah, Curtis Nelson unhappy because he wants more game time. Curtis Nelson also unhappy because I then switched him from squad player to fringe player. Joe Ward wants to leave because he wants to get better playing time. I've already had him on the transfer list, so yeah, hopefully he leaves. Ryan Bertrand wants a new deal to reflect his ability, which at 35 years old and declining, I don't want to give him. I want him to just stick around for this season and maybe next season if we're still in the championship. And yeah, get rid of him after that, or even during the next season. Danny Udo, I don't know how you pronounce his name, I think it's Udo. He wants to leave because he's not playing enough for his liking. And Chris Walcock is now not unhappy about the team talk, but he's unhappy that he wants to get more playing time. He's been playing more since he's got happy again. Now he's unhappy again now because he wants to go on loan to score a permanent move. So a bit unhappy squad really. We've still got good managerial support, good club atmosphere, so it's thankfully not that bad, but it could be a lot worse. So I'm taking that over having everyone mutiny. In terms of the results since last time, we beat Millwall 4-2. We beat Ipswich 4-3. We lost to Leeds 2-1. We drew against Coventry. We beat Plymouth 4-1. And we drew against Watford, who are having an awful season now, 2-2. We also drew 2-2 against Rotherham, which is a poor result really. We beat Wigan 2-0. Lost massively heavily to a high-flying Sunderland, who were only just like a couple of points behind us in the league at that time. We then played Watford again and actually thrashed them 5-1. We've recently just played Birmingham and thrashed them 4-1. We're currently 4th, still in the playoffs, and yeah, that's the name now, playoffs. In terms of the rest of the league, Leeds are the high flyers, 10 points ahead of us. I don't think we're going to be catching them. 5 points behind them is Blackburn. I don't think we're catching them either if they continue to play like they are. Sunderland are having a great season, so are Derby, so are Birmingham. Burnley have recovered and all that stuff though. I don't think they're happy with it. Luton have gone down, Plymouth have gone down. Sheffield United gone up, and I think they've also they've signed Jordi Cruyff. Is he any relation to Cruyff, the Netherlands guy? All that Johan Cruyff or whatever it's called, is he? I don't know. I forgot his name. I know it's Cruyff. I don't know if he's related. I know he's Dutch and all that, and he used to play for Boss later when he was manager, so I don't know. Watford, terrible. Huddersfield, terrible. Swansea, terrible. So yeah, a bit surprising league, really. Yeah, we've got the transfer windows to do, and I think we're going to be quite busy. Very busy, in fact. As you can see, not many unhappy players anymore. Ryan Bertrand still wants a new deal, which I'm just completely and utterly refusing to give him. The only player that's unhappy with me because of Simon Goddess, who's not really playing much. But yeah, have players been leaving? Well, let's go see. So if we go to the sales of January time, first off, on the day the January transfer window opened, Patrick Burnley, he wasn't happy with his playing time. He expected important player. I was giving him about a squad or fringe player. So he came up to me saying he wanted to go on loan for a permanent deal. I was like, wouldn't it be better just been sold? He was like, okay, sure. So I sold it for 1.3 million. But saying we get him on a free and then sell him for 1.3 million, I think that's a good deal done. It's also rising to 1.5, so that's a really good deal. Other players that have been loaned out, Joe Ward has been loaned out. I think it's also got a optional 4.5 million future fee, which I don't think QPR can afford, so that's unfortunate. They won't be joining them. Chris Wilcox also left, or out on loan to Mansfield. Now there was an option. They had a mandatory future fee with another team in the Championship that I wanted to go, but I stupidly then accepted the intermediaries offer from Mansfield, which ended up being 8.25 million. I just don't think Mansfield can afford that. The 1.2 million in debt. You're not going to afford 8 million. So he's going to be coming back at the end of the loan, which is upsetting because we could have got him for about 6 million gone at the end of the season. George Nunn has left to Wycombe. I quite like him. It was the season. I think it was the first season I did FM. When we did the Derby County save, he was quite good. I don't know why it says he joined there. I'm pretty sure he joined a lot before, because I'm pretty sure I remember him from when we were in the Championship because I had him there. So I don't know why it says he was at Chelsea. So I think he was at Derby then. Yeah, I remember him being quite good a few FMs ago. So I always wanted to give him a chance, but he's ended up being loaned out to York last season and Cheltenham this season. And then we've sold him to Wycombe for £120,000. Good deal there, I reckon. Connor Washington was also got out on loan. He was already out on loan at the start of the season. I don't know why it's showing that. Yeah, he was already going out on loan to Shrewsbury. That loan offer ended halfway through. So now he's with Cheltenham. I don't think that has not got a future fee, but he's leaving at the end of the season. Anyway, then Curtis Nelson's left for £200,000. Now I am unhappy with him. Really unhappy. First off, I wanted to keep him as backup. And second off, I could have got 2.5 million for him. I asked the agent. He said, yeah, I can get an offer for 2.3 million. I said, yeah, please, I'd love that money. And so the deal was in, it was about to be finalised, and he rejected it. I did it again with the agent offer. I got 1.9 million this time, and he rejected that as well. In the end, I had to hire an intermediary. By that time, his value had plummeted from millions to like 400,000. So in the end, we only got 200,000, and in the end, about 7 or 9% of that is going to the intermediary. So that's a bit upsetting, really. And Max Bardell, who could have been sold as well. We were trying to sell him, but he decided to go on loan instead of Brisbane Roar, instead go permanently to another team. As well as Daniel Udo. He's gone back to Shrewsbury, in fact. He left Shrewsbury at the end of the season. We noticed that he scored 16 goals and 7 assists, and we thought, okay, he can be our backup striker for next season in the Championship. And so he joined us, and now he hasn't worked out here, so now he's gone to Shrewsbury again. So he's a Shrewsbury man through and through. Now, something I forgot to say from last time. The two loanees, Luke Mbete and Kerr Smith. I got the director of football went in for both of, well, not Kerr Smith, but Mbete. He went in for him, and I thought, okay, back up, centre back, I can have him as like the last resort. And I noticed when I then signed him that I couldn't register him because I thought it was because he was over 21 or over 20, so he couldn't be registered. He had to have a registered slot. So I then went in for Kerr Smith, who was 19 at the time, thinking, oh, this one will work. No, Matthew, it doesn't. In fact, you have to register all loanees. So Kerr Smith and Mbete didn't start playing until January, and even then, Smith went back to Aston Villa, even though he did quite well when he was playing for us, when we could register him when we were letting all these other players go. But yeah, that's something that happened that I've really realised from. But with Wilcock leaving, and Ward, we needed a new right winger, left winger. So Sam Amoyar has joined us on loan from Southampton. He had a really good season last year at QPR. Or not even last season, this season at QPR. And his loan offer, of course, ended. So we've gone in for him. Direct football gone in for him, to be fair. And yeah, I edited the deal, so he was a squad player, and he's joined as a squad player. A bit over the top with the loan fee, but okay. Now, deadline day, Zach Steffen joined as our main goalkeeper. I wasn't looking for a goalkeeper because we have a very good youth prospect coming in. That's 2-star core ability, 5-star potential ability. But direct football just went in for him, and I thought at £240,000 from Man City, that's a good offer. So he's joined as a main goalkeeper. And then this one was me, Samuel Bastien, is joined us as our backup or main choice DM, along to be mixed with Max Bird and Mapanzi, as they will be all three warrior starters and all that stuff, and they'll be switched from from game to game. He was on the transfer list at Burnley, and he's joined as a regular star. He has to be allocated the ESC thing, the work permit place thing. So hopefully once that work permit thing's ended, he'll then be joining us permanently. He won't have to have a ESC slot, so that's hopefully it will be in the future. Boy, there are all the transfers. This video's gone on for a long time. I've been recording for like 40 minutes, but yeah. Since that win against Birmingham in the league, we then had a brilliant January. Beat Cardiff for 6-0 away from home, completely utterly thrashing them. We played Millwall in the third round of the FA Cup, beat them 2-1. Then played Swansea at home, beat them 4-0. Drew 4-4 against Huddersfield, not very good, but considering we scored a 99th minute equaliser, probably take it. Luton Town, we then beat 3-2 at home, and then we went away from home at Man U and beat them 3-2 at Old Trafford. Jesse Lingard scoring, and even then it was a 3-1 victory until the 94th minute when Diego Dalot scored the second for Man U. So yeah, really good, and it might be a repeat of last year where we could get to the final if we get a good run of games. But typical Man U, losing to a championship side. At least it's as not bad as last year where Liverpool lost to a League One side. But yeah, we're doing the FA Cup is a really good cup for us, I find. Games have happened once again. Now, I kind of forgot to show you where we were in the league in January, so I'll just have to do it for January, February and March all together in one. But yeah, February wasn't a good season. Good run of games. We lost 1-0 to Middlesbrough, drew 2-2 against West Brom, won 4-2 against Sheffield United, even though we weren't that brilliant. And Millwall, we lost 2-0. Now, have you noticed something? That is every single game Zach Steffen started. The whole game, Joe Wildsmith started. Because Zach Steffen was so poor. 6.5 in his first 5 games. I was like, you cannot be a regular starter for me in a championship promotion side with that rating when Joe Wildsmith was good enough as it was, and I didn't really want you. So you're being dropped. You're now the backup goalkeeper. Joe Wildsmith is now the regular. So yeah, he's probably going to be sold in the summer, in all honesty. Especially if we get promoted, because Chokara were third. But yeah, the game bringing Joe Wildsmith back, we won 2-0 against Hull. Joe Smith played the game, 8.0. Won 5-0 against Middlesbrough in the FA Cup 5th round. Beat Ipswich 1-2-0, 10.5 from Joe Wildsmith. 7.5 from Joe Wildsmith again in a 1-0 victory against Leeds. When unfortunately lost 2-0 against Man City, not that bad really. It could have even been 1-0 if it went for the 90th minute Junior Alvarez goal. Joe Wildsmith got 7.1 again, solidifying himself as our main choice goalkeeper for the remainder of this season. If we don't get promoted, probably the entirety of next season. We then played Blackburn, beat them 4-1. Bristol City, we won 5-2. And that takes us to 3rd place in the league. Now it's getting very close. Leeds have lost some points. Blackburn have lost some points. And we lost some points in January, of course. In February, of course. But after putting Wildsmith back in goal, it's completely turned around. And well, we are probably the most informed team in the Championship. We also have a game in hand, so we could actually only be 1 point behind Blackburn and Leeds at the end of that. Yeah, Derby having a very good season. In terms of surprises, Burnley sacked the manager in the end. Graham Potter joined. Sheffield United sacked the manager, of course, and now they're doing good. Luton Town doing average as well. West Brom not doing that good. Plymouth doing decent. Wigan just about on the fringes of relegation. Swansea, Millwall and Huddersfield and Watford are doing terribly. Watford, absolutely awful. Now, in fact, Watford came to me asking if I wanted to be their manager. They offered me an interview. I just immediately declined it because even if it was a Journeyman save and we could be moving clubs, I probably wouldn't have taken the Watford job anyway because I was 4th in the league at the time and they were bottom. I don't think that's the right choice. And there's not much difference between the reputation anyway, because we're 3-star, and I think they're 3-star as well. Yeah, they are. So there's not much in terms of the reputation. It's not like they're 3.5 and we're 3, or 2.5 like we were last season. So yeah, it's going good. It's going very good. First off, some transfers that have happened. So you might have noticed a load of people coming in on work permits because they're all joining as a staff, but 3 players are joining us next season. We've got Tyler Fletcher coming in from Man United, Daniel Orietunde coming in from Arsenal, and Thomas Suarez coming in from Chelsea. And why are all these staff members joining? Well, the results have been amazing, and you might have noticed something. I'm not going to point out, like I would point out a tiny bit, but hey. So after the Bristol City game, we played Coventry, beat them 4-3. Played Stoke, won 3-0. Played Portsmouth, won 4-2, even with a red card for us. Rotherham we beat 1-0. Then played Wigan and beat them 5-0 at home. Then drew 1-1 against Plymouth, which sealed us the Championship. And then we played Sunderland and won 3-0. So yeah, we just came out of nowhere. Promoted first season in League One, won that league, which Charlton won this time. And yeah, we won, then went to the Championship and won that. First time of asking after getting promoted, and I'm scared. I don't think we have the quality to survive next season without a major turnaround of players. And yeah, I am worried. I am really, really worried. I don't think we'll be as bad as the Derby side of yesteryear, where we were the lowest points in the Premier League of all time. But we could very be near that, and we're probably going to get relegated in all honesty. Yeah, we won the title at least. Yeah. In terms of the finances, we've got 27 million in the bank. We can spend 36 million, and we've got 650,000 in the wage budget to spend. So very, very good. In terms of the players that have been good, most played player is Aaron Cashin with 45 games and 2 subs appearances. Most goals is Ollie McBurney with 25, and then it's actually a DM with Pelly Roddickman Panzo getting 15. Lewis Sibley's also got 15, and Amari Kellerman's got 10. Then assists, Jesse Lingard's got the most with 16, even though he hardly played any games, really, compared to the other players, because he kept getting injured for a few weeks. Jay Stanfield got the second amount with 15. Max Berg got 12, and Omar Kellerman got 11. Clean sheets. As you see, Zach Steffen didn't play a game since I dropped him, and he got 0 clean sheets in the end. Vickers, who came into the start season when Wildsmith was injured, got 3 clean sheets, and Wildsmith got 11, which is quite good for a team like mine. High Savage rating, Jay Stanfield, Mo Kellerman, and Mo Amoyor. I actually think I'm going to be spending that money I've got on Amari Kellerman and Jay Stansfield, because I just need them. They're that good. And with the money, and with the Premier League money, in all honesty, I think I can do something like Lelujo does, and say give 10 million up front and like 30 million after. I think we can get away with that, considering we're Premier League next season, and we'll be getting about 100 million into the bank anyway. So yeah, that's all good. But yeah, we've got the season review to look at. So in terms of best signing, it ended up being Mapanza was an A-. Jay Stansfield was an A+, so was Kellerman, and so was Amayor. Ollie McBurney was an A+ as well. Sammy Baston was only a C. Goddess was a B. Mabete was an A+. Lascelles was an A-. Barring was an B-. Joel Ward was an A+. Addison was an A+. Or an A-, I mean. And Zach Steffen was a B+, or B-. In terms of the sales, of course, Burner left. They're not happy with that, but we got a load of money for saying a player that joined us on a free. I'll take that. Sonny Bradley also left. George Newell also left, which I'm actually happy about. Chris Nelson also left. The teams that people that were released, Martin Wagon eventually went to Barnet. Barcases went to Barrow, and Mendes Lang went to Yeovil. And I don't think Coy Smith got a club at all. No, he is not. That is unfortunate for him. In terms of the results, of course, they're A+ because we won the league. Very surprising. This tactic is so good. I just want to say that how good that tactic is. It just punches above the weight. And if you want to download it, I've probably, because I haven't already at the time of recording, because I'm still recording before the beta ends or the early access ends. But once the beta ends, I'm probably going to be putting up the tactic up in on the Steam Workshop. So I'll probably link it in every video I have it on in my channel from now on. Yeah, Emirates FA Cup, they were a B-, and Carabao Cup, it was C. Moments to remember, our biggest win was a 6-0 victory against Cardiff. Match to remember was a 4-1 victory against Burnley. And the goal of the season was Mpanzu's goal against Swansea, a 4-0 victory there. In terms of the rep stays the same in terms of stars. Sponsorship deal, we got 1.3 million in terms of overall in a new deal. We got 8.4 in the sponsorship overall, 2.61 in broadcast revenue, 3.2 in corporate, £453,000 competition prize money, 1.67 million in match day commercial and retail. I don't know why it's all green. I'm pretty sure sponsorship's higher, broadcast revenue's higher, corporate's higher, but competition prize money is probably lower. But total merchandising, we got 1.48 million, 4,000 only coming from non-domestic, a bit less than last year. Only 341 shirts sold, which is quite low. I don't know how we sold 1.48 million from that with that. Yeah, Lewis Sibley, Matt Burney, Lingard, Bastion, and Mapanza are the biggest sellers. The best lineup was probably Kellerman in goal, as striker. Lingard as left winger, Sibley as the AMC, Stansfield as the AMR, Bird and Mapanza as the DMs, then Thompson, Cashin, Lascelles and Ward as the defence, with Wildsmith in goal. Now, we won the Championship Manager of the Month for March, but even though we won the league against a side that were expected to be relegated, we didn't get the Manager of the Year, which which I just think is so much of a travesty. Really bad. None of our players won awards either, which is just wrong, considering how good a season we had. Yeah, fans player of the season is Jay Stansfield, young player of the season Jay Stansfield, signing of the season Mapanzu, goal of the season Mapanzu, top goal scorer Ali McBurney, most assists Jesse Lingard, most players of the match awards Jay Stansfield, highest average rated Jay Stansfield, most passes completed per 90 minutes with 59 is Jamal Lascelles. Most assists by player in the season was a new record by Jesse Lingard, and most player of match awards in the season was a record by Jay Stansfield. In terms of say Dare to Dream, and thanks to Great One, we of course won the league. And yeah, I don't know what to expect next year. It's going to be tough. I was not expecting promotion this year. In terms of the season preview, I've just noticed this recently. We're somehow expected to be 4th. Now I think that is because of the form that's been taken in, and of course because we are now a promoted side, and our reps like gone massively higher than most championship sides because we've been promoted to the Premier League. But yeah, we're Premier League abound. Premier League abound. So yeah, if you enjoyed this season review, it's been a long episode, I know, but hopefully I've cut down some pieces and all that stuff. But yeah, if you enjoyed this episode, please give it a like. It does help the channel out quite immensely. Hit the bell for mobile notifications, subscribe to the channel for more FM24 content. And yeah, I said that wrong, but yep. I'll see you all next time. Matthew signing out. Hex signing out. That's what I say, Matthew. You idiot. Yeah, Hex signing out. Bye, everybody. I said that completely wrong. Utterly completely wrong. I don't know why. But yeah, bye.